This presentation will explain the basic game pieces and play of the board game Zigzaggle. Notice the 2012 copyright. This game was fully developed but has not been produced for 6 years. Zigzaggle is a fast-paced, exciting game where not only do the players play against each other, but at the same time, the game itself is also playing against all the players. I'll admit right up front this game has a lot of pieces. This picture shows all the pieces in a game set up and ready to play. Each player has 44 color markers which serve as the main game pieces. There are 6 markers of each of the 6 colored dots on the game board for a total of 36 markers. And there are 2 markers each of 4 different markers with letters on them. Each player also has 2 color blocks used to block another player. Each player has a marker rack which holds 7 color markers. There are 2 pairs of dice, a 12-sided pair and an 18-sided pair. This picture shows the 18-sided dice. And there are 90 black blocks. These are used by the game against the players. The goal of each turn is to place one of your own markers on the board. This can be an offensive or defensive placement, or you can make a pure defensive move and place one of your 2 colored blocks. This picture shows how a player matches the center color of their marker with the same color on the board. Obviously, the marker is placed in the center of that square as shown here. As the game progresses, the goal is to line up 3 or more of your own markers in a zigzag pattern. When this is achieved, it is a legal zigzaggle. When a legal zigzaggle of any length is achieved, the player turns over all their markers that are part of that zigzaggle. This is done to aid all players in counting how many zigzaggle points each player has. This is an example of 3 markers on the board, but not in a zigzag pattern. Therefore, this is not a legal zigzaggle. If there are 3 or 4 markers in a zigzaggle, a player is awarded 1 point for each marker that is part of that legal zigzaggle. However, if a zigzaggle contains 5 or more markers, there is a 2-point bonus. The first player to score 20 zigzaggle points wins the game. This shows a zigzaggle that is blocked from expanding by a black block on one end and a red block placed by the player using red markers on the other end. While the player using the blue pieces can use a RBB marker to remove the black block, it can never remove the red block. This is a 5 green marker zigzaggle worth 7 points. However, you also see in the picture a red RCM marker which allow the red player to remove one of the 5 green markers. Obviously, the red player will remove the middle green marker. While a player does not replace, in this case the green marker, with the red RCM marker, it is shown here to make it clear which marker is being removed. When the removal of a marker results in the destruction of a zigzaggle, all the remaining markers are turned back over to show the center color. As the game progresses, the board becomes increasingly busy. Color markers, color blocks, black blocks, all combine to produce an increasingly more hostile playing environment.